Hey you guys, it's Triana with Spirit Seed Center, where I plant seeds of spirituality, everything from tarot and divination to crystals and manifestation. This is another weekly guidance reading. I'm sorry that I didn't make a video last week, but I was having some serious technical difficulties. After about 20 minutes of talking, I realized that my camera had cut off after 12. So basically the whole flow of the reading was thrown off because, I couldn't remember what I said or anything. So yeah, I just decided not to do last week's video and to just wait until I, came back this week and got a new SD card for my camera. But that's a whole nother problem because I went and got another SD card and it turned out that we're having the same exact problem. But we're going to adjust. We're going to adjust. Trust, this reading is going to still come through as detailed and as clear and heavy as always, giving you plenty of detail and plenty of guidance and messages from your spirit guides and from your higher selves. So don't worry. I will be definitely, doing my little editing magic and making sure that you guys get every piece of information that is possible at this time for you. So don't worry, I got your back. Also, you guys, make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure that you're liking and sharing this video if it resonates with you and you feel like you want to share it with your friends or your family. If you feel like it's something that would help them on a weekly basis. I'm really trying to keep up, but I'm a single mom. I work. So I'm, just bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. I'm definitely going to be making different types of videos as well, as far as like about tarot videos, and I want to do it like each individual card, and then about tarot, generally, and then about like crystals in general, and then each individual crystal. So just bear with me. I have a lot of plans for this channel. So if you really are interested in that type of stuff, you would want to subscribe now. That way, when I post that type of content, that you'll be able to be notified. Make sure you press that notification bell while you're subscribing. So with that being said, let's get to the reading. This is, like I said, our weekly guidance. We have 3 different tarot decks. This week I got 3 new tarot decks, but I'm only going to use one of them because I've bonded with this one. I really like it's the Santa Muerte tarot deck, and I really love this deck. I kind of slept with it, took it to work with me, carried it around in my purse for a few days, and I feel confident that I've bonded with it enough to do a reading with it. So I'm going to do a reading with that today. The other 2 that I got is like the Hoodoo Tarot and the Spirit Song Tarot, I think it's called. And I still, feel like I need to bond with those a little bit more before I use them. But, so, we got the Modern Witches Tarot with Numite, which is good for meditation. For the pile 1. Pile 2 is, like I said, the Santa Muerte Tarot with a Rose Quartz. The first piece of rose quartz I ever owned, and I still have it. And then the 3rd pile is the Wild Unknown Tarot with clear quartz. Rose quartz is good for love. Clear quartz is good to amplify any other crystal's capabilities. It's also just the master crystal. You can literally set any intention with clear quartz and basically do anything with it. Everybody should have clear quartz. I have multiple pieces of clear quartz. This is another piece of clear quartz right there. So it's just like you gotta have multiple pieces of clear quartz. Biggest advice I could ever offer anyone who's interested in crystals. But yes, as always, let your intuition guide you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, take a couple deep breaths, relax your body, tune in with your higher self, tune in with your spirit. Open your heart chakra and let it guide you and ask, what do I need to know this week? What do I need to look forward to this week? What messages do I need to receive? And then whatever pile first pops into your head, whatever crystal first pops into your head, that is your pile. And that is the pile you should choose, and the timestamps will be below. So with that being said, you guys, I love you so much. Make sure once again that you Like, share, and subscribe if it resonates with you. Also, I really want to hear your guys' feedback as well if it resonates with you. So make sure you comment and let me know below. So yeah, love you guys. I will see you at your prospective piles. Peace. Hey group 1, this is your reading if you picked the Modern Witches Tarot with the Pneumite that helps with meditation. I'll put that right there. All right, let's get to your reading. What does group 1 need to know for this coming week? What do they need to be aware of for this coming week? These cards are so thick. Can't even barely do it. Can't riffle them. That's group 1. Oh, we already have the King of Pentacles come up in reverse. Okay, that's the 5 of Swords come up in reverse. Alright. The Ace of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Alright, group 1. First of all, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you're being a little stingy with your money, a little focused on your money, a little more focused on your money than you should be. Upright, the King of Pentacles is stable and basically materialistically stable, but you know, in a good way. It's not to the point where he's showing off or being spiteful or trying to show off in order to hurt other people with like his success. But in reverse, it's like you're really just trying to hurt people and show off. And I heard like make someone jealous, maybe make someone jealous by showing off your success or being spiteful with it. And you know, that's just like the energy that you may be in this coming week. And it's like with the 5 of Swords in reverse, you're hurting people doing that. Normally with the 5 of Swords, you know, upright, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I won, but you're hurting people in the process. And it's like you got all of these swords over here, but you've literally devastated people who are close to you. And you know, the 5 of Swords energy is like really like not caring, because in the end you've won, but you may end up regretting everything that you've lost in, you know, on the way to get to what you really wanted. So reverse, it's like so much worse too. Like it's, you know, affecting those people to a point where it's really affecting their lives, the way that they see you, or the way that they may see other people in like their relationships with other people. They may have trouble trusting again because, you know, I feel like there may have been a betrayal type moment where you kind of like betrayed someone and they felt like, you know, they felt like they couldn't trust anyone after that. They felt like they couldn't open up to anybody after that. And you knew that you kind of did that to them. And this week, it's more like you're focusing on your money. Like you just don't care about that. But, you know, you may have had an opportunity of love. You may have had like an open opportunity of love. You may have had many opportunities for love and a relationship or some type of like deeper connection in your life. But 7 of Cups energy, you're being confused about which way you should go, what you should do. You're mentally fogged. You don't have the capabilities energetically to do what you need to do to be like happy. I almost said successful, but I know that like in your eyes, you may already be successful, financially stable, but I mean like emotionally happy, like successful in a way where you're completely fulfilled and satisfied. You know what I mean? That's the type of success that you're craving in this moment. You know that you're set financially, or you know that you're taken care of. You know that you have the capability to get there if you're not. But as far as like a meaningful life with people that you love and a job that you love and a home that you love and etc., like having that fulfilling contentment of life and your place in the world, you just don't have that yet. And you've had like many opportunities, many different ways to gain that in your life, but you've kind of ignored them for this financial focus, for this this game of the 3D reality. Like you've said basically like you're forgetting about the deeper side, the emotional side, the love side. It's like, it's crazy because it's like material and, you know, 3D, like 3D and material realms versus emotion, which is cups energy, versus, you know, swords energy, which is about like pentacles is about the material. Swords is about like communication and how you relate to others. So basically this week, Spirit is wanting you to focus on trying to incorporate more emotional maturity into your life on a daily basis. Try to open yourself up to love, group 1. Open yourself up to love and friendships, and don't try to make it like a material or monetary exchange. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you know, I can be friends with them because they have this. Or, you know, if they're friends with me, then they can do this for me. And if I'm friends with them, then I can do this for them in exchange for this. Like, you know, don't think about it in that way. Think about it as, you know, what could the future hold? You know, what could the future hold? You could end up falling in love with that person. You could end up being friends. You could end up, you know, having a business partnership and making a lot of money. You could end up fighting with them, yes, but in the end, what's the saying? It's better than to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. So why would you ever give up on yourself and your happiness and what you deserve to have, group 1? Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Stop focusing so much on money and try to find more meaning into your life. Find like what you wanted, like what you like to do as a hobby. Find something creative to do. I was just thinking that I should do something creative every day. Do one creative thing every day. And I feel like you should definitely do that, group 1, whether it be like drawing a picture. I feel like some of you may be artistically inclined, or like writing a song, creating a sculpture, writing a story, whatever the case may be. Like, even like other things, like think outside of the box. I'm a gamer, so I could be creative and build a house on The Sims, or create like a whole new sim and deck out their outfit, or, you know, play World of Warcraft and create like this crazy recipe, or you know, this crazy enchantment, or whatever the case may be. Get creative. Think outside the box. There's plenty of different ways that you could do something that, you know, bolsters your creativity, that opens up your third eye, because right now you're so focused on the 3D reality that you're missing out on the emotional aspect, which is the treasure of our 3D existence. Really, being a human and having emotions is so important and so special to our species that we have to embrace it more than we have to fight it. Don't ever fight your emotions. Don't ever hide them or be ashamed of them. Always let them flow. Let them flow and then let them go. You don't have to, you know, stay hung up on them or anything. All right, and then we have your oracle cards that I pulled for you guys. For love, says very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So that's for love. Your archetype is the child, the orphan. Light attributes are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Shadow attributes would be feelings of abandonment that stifle maturity, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. And then your goddess card is for Hestia, home. Or Hestia, home. So for these three, I feel like with the very soon, like I said, if you were to let your emotions flow and let things, you know, go and open yourself up to love and friendship, that you would be satisfied in that aspect very soon. I feel like you would definitely have a new opportunity of love come up for you, and that you would have no trouble whatsoever finding somebody, whether it be a friend or romantic type of relationship. You would have no trouble whatsoever finding that for your life and being happy in that aspect. If you would just let yourself be open to that. And then the child orphan, I feel like, you know, independence based on learning to go it alone. That's what you're doing. You feel like you have to go it alone by yourself. And, you know, you're pushing all these other people away with that attitude. And you know you're doing it. And part of you doesn't really care. Part of you doesn't care. But then another part of you is like, well, maybe if I did open myself up, then I would be happy. And you think about it sometimes. And sometimes you may get lonely. But at the end of the day, you're like, look, I got this money coming in. So at the end of the day, I could care less whether what these people think or how they feel. And it's just like, well, damn, you're pushing everybody away that you care about with that mindset. And you're going to end up being sad at the end and remaining lonely, at some times if you don't ever open yourself up. So you have to learn how to open yourself up and not always go it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. I feel like you already, you're at that point where you've conquered your fear of surviving. That was probably the reason why you got so caught up into this being so focused on money, is because trying to survive in this 3D existence, this world that we live in, that is what we have to do. We have to work jobs and work and make money to pay bills and survive. Like, this is what we have to do in order to live in this world. I understand completely, but at some point it was because you struggled so bad and you had like such a fear of being able to provide maybe for other people, or to be able to like take care of yourself or do the things that you really want to do, that you just became so so stingy almost with your money. And it's not like you stingy like you have to give it to other people, but stingy as in you're too focused on it to think about anything else, and it's taking away from yourself in the long run when it comes to your emotional happiness, your happiness with other people. Shadow aspects are feelings of abandonment that stifle maturity, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So you may like have had somebody blight you in the past. You know what I mean? Like the same thing that I was saying about how you may have hurt somebody to the point where they can't trust anybody else or open up to anybody else. That may have happened to you. And that's the reason why you're also not, you're hesitant to open yourself up to love, because you've already been through that. This is the reason why you're so focused on winning and so focused on your money, is because you're like, oh, hey, I've already been through this with this person. So I'm just going to focus on money, and I'm just going to focus on, doing my own thing and not caring what these people think. But, the universe is telling you not to close yourself off this week, because at the end of the day, you never know what could come to you. You never know when your home could pop up and be there. You know what I mean? Hestia brings attention to your home life as well. If your home life is in like shambles, like if your house is dirty, if your energy is cluttered, then it's gonna be harder for you to be able to move about this 3D reality. If you clean up your home, it'll be easier. And I feel like that's a message for some people. Like, you're so focused on your money, that you don't have the energy. Like, you may be working too much, and as a result of that, your house is cluttered or dirty, or you haven't done any energy work in a long time to clear your energy or cleanse your energy. And that's a message for some people. Like, you need to clear your space. If you're not like in a clear space, in a clean area, then it's gonna keep you from being able to work clearly on a day-to-day basis. It's gonna muddle up your energy, and it's gonna kind of drag you down and make you feel like physically fatigued and not have the energy to do anything because you feel so covered in clutter. You know, and I'm not even, even if your house is clean, then you should definitely do some energy working or energy healing or energy cleansing, some type of cleansing bath with herbs or oils or whatever your preference is, and then let that cleanse your energy. I feel like cleansing your energy is going to bring in that new love too. Or bring in like all those new opportunities, all that happiness. Like you see how she has like this illuminating crown on her head, and it really does remind me of the sun behind this hand. Like the sun is in this card. Like it'll bring you that happiness once you do that energy working. It'll help you obtain that because you'll be in a better place mentally to receive it. That's like a message that I just heard. That's where I'm going to end your reading this week, group number 1. I really hope that you liked it. I really hope that it resonated with you. Please try to think about these messages this coming week and let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you, if it did. Also, please like, share, and subscribe and press that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post another video. Okay, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye. Hey group 2, this is for those of you who chose the Santa Muerte Tarot and the Rose Quartz Crystal. This is your reading. So let's get right into it. Actually, let me... What does group 2 need to be aware of this coming week? What messages should group 2 receive? Oh. What should group 2 remain aware of? Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse. I'm going to put my phone on silent. And if you hear toys in the background, I apologize. I had to go and get my kids from daycare, so they are here with me now. I had them go play in their room for a little bit. I'm a single mommy and my kids are really young. So anyways, what else should group 2 know? We got the King of Swords in reverse. We got the Seven of Swords in reverse. And we got Strength in reverse. Don't worry about reverses. It's, you know, nothing bad at all. And I shuffled the cards pretty good. I did a good wash. So, you know, these are how Spirit wants them to come out. First of all, the fact that we have like the 2 swords in reverse, the King of Swords and then the Seven of Swords, as well as the Wheel of Fortune also being in reverse, I feel, and just this, the energy I get immediately with this reading is that this person is going through like slight emotional turmoil on the inside, to the point where they doubt themselves on which direction that they're going. With this Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, I feel like your energy is being blocked in some way where it can't move forward. I feel like something has maybe been taken away from you, or you feel like maybe, you know, you're spending too much energy on other people. So your energy is technically being stolen away from you. and there's not really, you don't feel like you have the, you know, the strength to regain it. Strength is more like an emotional type strength. Obviously it can be physical strength, but this isn't about physical strength. This is about like emotional strength. I feel like emotionally and mentally you're kind of exhausted. You're kind of like over dealing with people, over dealing with like life, sadly. And you know, that's really sad to say, but I'm not like anything on that tip, if you know what I mean. But it's more like you feel like just exhausted, just tired, you know, not like you're tired of living, but like you're tired of how your life is, how your life is going. And also like the people in your life. There's somebody in your life that's like taking full advantage of you, an energy sucker. And that person is kind of also making you kind of doubt yourself and feel like you're unable to move past this, you know, feel like you're unable to move past this. And spirit is here to tell you, the universe is here to tell you that you're definitely capable of moving past this situation or this person or whatever the case may be. Focus on trying to do that this week. Focus on trying to basically regain your independence. Regain your, you know, your independence and establish some boundaries. That way, you know, if you're an empath, I feel like some of you guys may be an empath and you may be like feeling people's negative emotions. It may be affecting you extremely bad, like negatively. And you just need to like literally establish and maintain some energetic boundaries with people around you. Maybe use some crystal, different crystals, you know. I personally wear Tibetan quartz, black Tibetan quartz, and that works for me. Really any type of black stone is pretty protective. Onyx, obsidian, jet, anything like that. So, you know, find some protective stones if you're an empath. I feel like, you know, you guys are, if your energy is being stolen away from you and you know, like, who it is. And I feel like, you know, the truth of that is coming out this week, but the truth of it is coming out probably through this reading. Like, it's bringing your awareness to the situation. But there's definitely somebody in your life that's like an energy sucker and who's like making you feel drained and also blocking you from moving forward. Like, this person may literally be blocking you from having a successful life, whether it be financially or like making you feel bad for like wanting to do things that you want to do to make you happy or to progress in your life, or, you know, things that you want to do. So that's what they're doing. They're making you feel bad for that and making you feel like it's selfish, but it's really not. You need to focus on yourself and like what you're trying to do in your life. At the end of the day, it's your life, right? So I also feel like with this Strength card in reverse, you may not feel like you're able to open up emotionally. You may feel restricted emotionally, like, oh, it's, you know, not a good thing to cry, or it's not a good thing to like bare your heart to anyone or open up in any type of way. And you know the universe wants you to find an outlet for that this week, whether it be like journaling or painting or just some type of creative outlet. I literally tell everybody, like, you got to do something creative. I feel like you need some type of outlet, especially for like the emotions that you're feeling. You need to like clear out, I feel like, your heart chakra. And that's probably the reason why we pulled rose quartz with this pile as well. I feel like your heart chakra may be blocked, you know, with the Strength being in reverse, with the wheel coming up in reverse, with the rose quartz and everything, the situation with this person or the situation, your heart chakra has been blocked, and you definitely need to work on clearing that energy and neutralizing that space so you can, you know, basically have a healthier chakra. Like once your chakras are cleared and aligned and balanced, then all of that energy can flow. All of those pools of energy won't be so muddled and clogged, and then it can flow, and your spiritual body will run so much better. It'll be so much healthier. You have your physical body that you live with, that you feed, that you work with on a day-to-day basis, that you use in the physical realm. But your spiritual body needs, you know, just as much maintaining, just as much attention as your physical body does. You have to cleanse and clear your energy. You have to balance your chakras and clear that energy, and make sure that you practice shadow work and energy work and breath work in order to maintain these things on a daily basis. And I feel like that will be very beneficial for you, and it'll unclog and unblock that chakra and any chakras that you have blocked. So let's get to your oracle cards, you guys. Your card for love this week is unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That is with this person. This King of Swords in reverse is this person that is sucking up all your energy. And it's not even like, oh, you guys don't love each other or care about each other. It's just like unrequited, you know, the word unrequited just means like not giving in return, basically. So whatever you're giving this person so much in return, like I said, they're sucking up all of your energy, but you're not getting anything in return. It's an unbalanced relationship. There isn't enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. The unbalanced nature of this relationship is going to make it crumble. And you have to, you know, be willing to let it go for your own health and sanity. Your archetype card this week is the Poet. Light attributes are expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Shadow attributes are turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effort or effect. So I feel like with this poetry card, when it comes to symbolic language, like that's what I mean is like you may need to write poetry as far as like needing an outlet for your emotions. You need to stop withholding your emotions and let them out. You may write poetry or have written poetry or maybe interested in poetry. Really try it out, and you really might be surprised at how talented or how good you end up being, how, you know, things that you end up writing, who knows. And then we have Nike, ambition. I feel like, you know, ambition wise, you need to have the ambition to like want to clear this energy. You have to have the ambition to want to move forward with this Wheel of Fortune. You need to have the ambition in order to basically make things move forward. You can't just stay in this space where you're withholding your emotions and where you're like, you know, I honestly, this card reversed, the definition for it, I feel doesn't fit the imagery of the card itself. I feel like this card, you know, it's just like this guy is taking this step back, and in his solitude has found, you know, reflection and hope in his situation. And, you know, despite whatever he's going through, you know, he's able to think about it in a way that helps him see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. He's not being negative about it. Now, with your emotions being so blocked and withheld, you're thinking negatively about things. It's affecting you mentally. It's affecting you emotionally. So you're not going to be able to see things the way that they would be seen. You have to have the ambition in this time to want to move out of that energy. The universe is asking for you to have that ambition this week. That way you can move forward. That is your reading for this week, you guys. Thank you so much, Group 2, for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Press that notification bell so you know whenever I post a new video. I love, you know, reading your guys' comments and seeing how this resonated with you. And make sure that you, come and visit next week, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye. Hey group 3, this is for those of you who picked the Wild Unknown Tarot with the clear quartz crystal. This is your reading for the week ahead. Let's get to... Oh, I love these cards. This is my very first tarot deck right here, ever. I had a whole bunch of oracle decks before I had my first tarot deck. That was an oracle. What does group 3 need to know for the week ahead? What messages does group 3 need to be aware of for this coming week? All right, Spirit. Okay. That's just group 3 need to know for this coming week. All right, okay. First of all, I feel like there's some type of catalyst happening this week. Some type of event or situationship that you feel like you've had to compromise in order to be in a happier space. It may be coming to a close this week. Negotiations may be coming to a close this week. Oops. Or you may just be starting and thinking about this. If that doesn't resonate with you, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. But that is a message for some people. Some people, like, you know, there was like a big thing that affected your life that you had like, gosh, hold on. Yeah, like you had to make a decision. You had to make a compromise. And it's not necessarily like what you wanted. It's not necessarily what you wanted, but at the end of the day, it's going to help you reach a better place. Does that make sense? You may have had to compromise on something in the past, or you might have to compromise on something this week. But it's not the end of the world. And in the end, it'll help you reach a better place. The Mother of Wands is a very protective type of mother. She protects her children very fiercely. And I feel like, you know, if you're a parent, then you are very protective over your children. But even if it's not about, like, this isn't about children. This is about you being protective over what you wanted to see happen in the situation. You're not willing to let it go. You're not willing to let go of the idea that you wanted it to be. You know, everybody else may be cooperating in the idea, but you're the one that wants to kind of shake it up and be like, no, I would rather see it happen this way. And you feel like that's what's going to end up bringing you this, you know, this happiness in the end. But, you know, Spirit's telling you to accept it this week, to let it go, to compromise, and to move forward this week. If you have something that you feel like you're being skimped out on, like you're losing out, you're missing out on something because you had to compromise and give up so much to receive so little, if that's how you feel, then you need to find another way to be grateful. You need to find like the silver lining in this situation and understand that the compromise was necessary. It was necessary. There was nothing that you could have done to change that situation. Some of you guys need to hear that message. Some of you guys really, really need to hear that message, because Some of you guys are like feeling like this compromise has like messed up stuff for you. But you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You just have to be willing to let go of the idea that you thought everything was supposed to be and compromise in order to get to this better place. Let's go through your oracle cards for the week. Your love card is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I feel like this is definitely like telling you that you need to loosen up a little bit. Loosen your grip a little bit. If you have kids, be a little bit more lenient with your kids. I feel like you're a strict parent. If you have kids, you're a strict parent. So let your kids be, you know, playful and let them get dirty and stuff this week. Why not? Why not? Like, you know, just loosen up a little bit. Be a little playful, and that's going to bring some happiness to your life a little. And if you're single, flirtatious playfulness will attract, you know, some love. And if you're in a relationship, the playfulness will bring back a spark. So take that how you want to, how it resonates. Your card, your archetype card for this week is victim. The light attribute is prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. The shadow attribute is playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So yeah, I feel like you may be playing the victim in this situation with not wanting to compromise. You know that, you know, this is like the adult thing that you have to do. The big girl, big boy, whatever that you have to do. Like you have to do what you have to do in order to survive, right? So you know that you have to compromise, but you still don't want to. You're still playing the victim. You're still acting like you're trapped in these thorns, when in all actuality, you can fly free in any moment that you choose. And you know this. You know this deep down, group 3, but you're like scared almost. You're almost so scared to let go of this idea of what you wanted that you're victimizing yourself, which is sad. You know, it's not necessary. You don't have to feel that way. You don't have to go through that. Because like I said, if you were to just let go and loosen up a little bit and be a little bit playful, bring that playful energy back into your life and compromise and loosen up and cooperate, then you would reach this moment where you feel like you're out of those thorns and in a happier place and a happier space. Your goddess card for this week is Oshun, generosity. I don't know if many of you know this, but Oshun is like the beauty goddess of the Orishas. Like she is just so beautiful and radiant. She would be playful at heart, you know. She would be lighthearted. That's the word I'm looking for. Lighthearted is the word I'm looking for. You just need to let that lighthearted nature come back into your life. Loosen up and be a little bit more playful, so you can understand that not everything is a competition. Not everything is a situation where there needs to be a winner and a loser, or, you know, anything like that. It's not a competition. You have to focus. This week, Spirit is telling you to try to loosen up and have fun. Loosen up and have fun and stop focusing so much on controlling the situation. Let go and let God. Basically, let fate take its course. Like, let fate run its course and let whatever happen. Just let go of all the control that you're trying to grasp onto. Let go and play and flirt and have fun for once in a long time. I feel like you haven't had any fun in a long time. You haven't genuinely laughed, like had a good laugh. You know those good laughs where you're like damn near crying? You haven't had one of them busted gut laughs in a long time. Watch a funny movie. Go out and dance. Have fun. Listen to music. Like, the weather's getting nice. Like, just do something. Do something that makes you happy. and just don't focus so much on controlling the situation, and just try to cooperate and just let go of the control and see what happens, because at the end of the day, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary at the end of the day. All right, you guys, that is your reading for group 3. I hope that you liked it. I hope it resonated with you. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and press that notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!